Hi everybody, it's Robbie from Southern California, and today I'm going to talk about soldering irons. And the reason I want to do this is I think a lot of people are trying to find out which is the best, how much to spend, because everybody's now using it to put holes in their containers. As you know, I love my soldering irons. This is it. It's that simple. Now, of course, if you've got a drill, you can use a drill, no problem. I've used drills for years. Gary's used a drill. But you know what? It's big. You're going to go plug it in unless it's battery operated and it's heavy. This is quick and precise, and it makes the holes where I want them. All my containers have holes. The plastic ones, without a doubt, have holes, and it's either on the bottom or it could be slightly up. And I make my holes with a soldering iron. It's that easy and that quick. Best to do it outside. I know you've seen me sometimes do it inside, but this has got a lot of windows and it's very airy. And you know what? It's good to wear a mask when you're doing a lot of holes because it does melt the plastic and it does have a smell. Now, how much do they cost? You know, I have gotten some of these at the dollar store. That's how cheap they are. You can find some of these at dollar stores. Sometimes they're $1, sometimes they're $2, and sometimes they're $3. I've actually bought them for $1, and that's all it costs is $1. You can get better ones. Both of these are 30 watt. If you want them, stronger, that's up to you, but 30 watt does the job. I do my plastic totes, my storage containers with a soldering iron, this one. I do buckets. I do food containers when I'm going to grow in them with a simple soldering iron. Now this one is also a 30 watt, but if you look at them, this one's made a little cheaper. And this one sometimes starts to wiggle. I had this one start to wiggle. I took it all apart. And what it is on this one, and this was $1. And I'll tell you another place you can get them if you can't find the dollar store, they'll be a little bit more. But this one's got like one little rivet area and on the inside, and when it starts to be used a lot, it starts to wiggle. It will still work, but eventually they'll break down. This one is really put in there good. It's actually encased in plastic. It can't move, and the only way it's going to go bad is if it literally burns out. So it depends on how much you want to spend. These cost probably $5 to $15. Harbor Freight's got them for like $5.50. Walmart's got them for $5. They are a little bit more, but you know what? I've had this one for a couple years now and it's still going strong. This one is starting to shake a little bit. Now, I just bought these two on eBay, and both of these as a 2-pack cost me $7. That's $3.50 shipped to me. That was it. And that is this one. And it does the job. The big thing with this is when you put it in the hole, don't push on it. And sometimes they get kind of strong. Let it guide and let it do its thing. I would say the ones for $1, and they cost up to $3.50 if you're going to get them online. Good for light duty if you're not going to use them all the time. Just, occasionally you want to maybe put holes in a container, or maybe you're going to fix a hummingbird feeder like I did. These hummingbird feeders, their slits were so tiny. I did it with this one, and this one did the job. So it doesn't matter on how much really you want to spend. It's more on how often you're going to use it and how strong you want it to be. If you're rough with it, you're going to put it in there and you're going to be pulling on it a lot, then go ahead and get one that is really encased good. And like I said, you can get them, Walmart's got them for $5.57, I think, or $5.77, figure $6. So they can go all the way up depending on how much you want to spend. But I'm going to tell you that if you can find them at the dollar store, pick up a couple of them. They'll do the job. Or if you're not going out to the store these days or you can't find them, 2 of them, he sells them like 1 for $5 or 2 for $7. I went ahead and bought 2 so I could just have them laying around, and when I want to plug them in quickly, I'm right there with it, ready to put my holes in. Now they do come with this little tiny stand to stand it on, but I will tell you that I don't trust it. So what I do, because this gets really hot and it can cause a fire, I actually put it on a dinner plate. So I lay it on a dinner plate, and when I'm all done with it, I unplug it. But either one will work, it won't matter. Few people have told me that they use a glue gun. I know this one's small, it's high temp and it's a toy. I've got a bigger one. I could never get through the plastic and do the holes I want. It just didn't get hot enough because this isn't really going to get anywhere near as hot as that. So a glue gun, I'm going to say, does not work for me. But the soldering iron, 30 watt is big enough. You want to get 60, that will do the job too. But that is my go-to when it comes to making holes, be it totes, buckets, food containers, or anything I need to make holes in, including the Hummingbird feeder. As far as cleaning it, easiest thing to clean, what you want to do is, I'll show you exactly how I did it. You put on an oven mitt just in case it gets hot on your hand, and you unplug it after you've had it heated up. Now once it's unplugged, then you put your soldering iron into a paper towel and you roll it. Just simply rolling it will get any of the excess plastic off when you're ready to do that. You don't have to do it all the time, but once in a while, and do it that way. I would do it over a sink in case you are doing it when it's too hot and you're caught on fire. I have never had a paper towel catch on fire. But just roll it in there, wipe it off really good, have it unplugged, or have a bowl of water around just in case. If you want to do it on a table, you can do the same thing, have a bowl of water, and then you can just put it in there, roll it, and if something happens, you can drop it in the bowl of water. Not this, the paper towel. That cleans them off really good. But like I said, you spend how much you want. Don't get a fancy one. You don't need anything fancy, just something that's going to do the job. And I'm telling you, for $1, they've done the job for me really good. I went ahead and invested a little bit more. It's possible I bought this one at Walmart. I don't remember where I got this one. It's different, but it's really strong. This one's not going anywhere. So I hope I've given you information on soldering irons. My go-to tool in the garden. Can go out there really quick and do my holes. Yes, I need an extension cord if I'm going way out in the garden, but generally I bring my buckets or the totes near the house, outside, plug it in, and get the holes in right away. If you're only going to do a few holes in a small container, a floral pot, maybe a plastic trash can you got from the 99-cent store, some plastic container, you can plug it in and unplug it, and it will stay hot enough to make your holes for about 5 minutes. Because it stays really hot enough to go through the plastic. So I hope I have given you all your answers on how and where I get my soldering irons. So whichever type you pick will work for you. Don't spend a lot of money, you really don't need it. And this way, if it breaks, it only costs you $1 or $5. With that, have a great day. And don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye.